Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn and Capricorn love reading. So this could be for Capricorn and Capricorn. It could just be one big reading for Capricorn. We're going to get some romance angels. We're going to get the heart-shaped romance cards. We're going to get some tarot, some clarifiers, and close out with an oracle. All right, so let's get some heart-shaped romance and see what's going on for Capricorn and Capricorn. Capricorn and Capricorn. All right, so we had that one literally popped out. All right. We have soulmate. Ooh, I like that one. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this, and they will manifest physically. So like I said, this could be for Capricorn and Capricorn, or it could just be one big reading for Capricorn. All right, let's get a romance angel. Let's see what's going on with a romance angel for Capricorn and Capricorn. All right, we had one flip over. We have very soon. We like that one. So we have very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And so I feel like if this is just one big reading for Capricorn, I feel like your soulmate is coming in very soon, that things are going to start happening for you. If it's Capricorn and Capricorn, I feel like that very soon represents, you know, what is it that you really want from this relationship? Where do you see this relationship going? If you're struggling in the relationship right now, like, do you want to work through this? What do you want from this relationship, right? To decide what it is that you want. So that way things start to happen and progress in that way. Maybe you're feeling, you know, you're questioning the relationship. All right, so let's look at past, current, and future energies for Capricorn and Capricorn and see what's going on. All right, so we have Six of Swords and Ten of Swords. Six of Swords and Ten of Swords. And then we have Six of Cups. Excuse me. All right, so for current energies, we have the Nine of Swords. Why am I not surprised? We have the Four of Pentacles, and we have the Ace of Swords. Future energies, we have the Magician, the Two of Cups, the Hierophant, the Two of Wands, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel. All right, change. Change, change, change. So a couple different things that I feel going on here. I feel like that if it is you are single and you are waiting for that person to come in, make sure that you work through those past energies, right? That if you're single, that you're doing that work, that you're looking at those reasons why past relationships didn't work, that you're letting go of those things that you feel you were having those insecurities with, or you recognize what are those things that you feel insecure within a relationship, and what is it that you need from your next partner. And that to not worry about it, that there may be some more things that you need to work on, right, first, before this person is able to come in, right, because this is future energies. So there may be some things that you need to work on first before things can happen for you, because you want to make sure that you are in the best, that you've released all of this energy, that you're in this best position for yourself, so that when you start this new relationship, that you don't repeat old relationship patterns that you may have had. I feel like it's working about yourself. Don't worry about when the person is coming in. Don't sit there, you know, waiting for this person to come in. You go on with your life. You do those things that make you happy. You do those things that are important to you. You fulfill your life within yourself, right? And that also helps you to become stronger and more confident and independent. And then this future energy is that this Two of Cups comes in, right? This Two of Wands comes in, where things start to happen for you and this relationship comes in for you. I also feel that if you are single, that it could be that somebody from your past, a relationship, a good relationship that you had with someone from your past, that that person may come back into your life here in the future, and that you guys are able to work through things, and that you guys start a relationship together. For some of you, it could be somebody from your past that comes back into your life in the future, right? And maybe you guys bring that to a higher level. Or it could be somebody totally new. It doesn't have to be somebody from your past. All right, so if it's Capricorn and Capricorn, I feel like there's definitely something going on between the two of you. And that's why I was saying is very soon decide what it is that you want. Because I feel like there is someone that feels like they're really not sure what they want in this relationship. Like they're questioning things. They're either questioning themselves, their own feelings, where the relationship is going, if this is one relationship that they want to stay in, that you want to be in. And I feel like there are definitely some things that you need to get past. There are definitely some things that you need to move on from, because we have the Six of Swords and we have the Ten of Swords. So Six of Swords is moving to calmer waters, getting past things, getting over things, moving through things. Ten of Swords is, tens are completions, getting past things. Getting back to that happiness, right? That playfulness, that lightness that you had, that fun that you had in the relationship before, that maybe that was a little lost, but you have to get through the Six of Swords and this Ten of Swords first before, right, that this, you get back to this happy place here. So I feel like in the past, which this can represent yesterday, last week, last year, last month, that you get past that and you're starting to move forward towards this current energy here. But I also feel that you're still working through this energy, because you have the Nine of Swords and you have the Four of Pentacles, where I feel like you're kind of, someone is keeping to themselves, right? That they're worrying about things, they're stressing about something. But are you worrying and stressing about things that you really can't control, right? Are you worrying and stressing about things that happened in the past? Are you worried that they're going to repeat themselves? Are you worried that they're going to come back? But if you're worried about that, I feel like it's taking a deeper dive, right, to figure out, what am I worrying about? What am I stressing about? Why am I worrying? Why am I stressing? Do I feel like my partner is not making me feel like I am in a safe space? Or is it myself that I'm coming up with these things, that I'm thinking and worrying about things that are almost self-sabotaging a relationship? I feel like that's really something big that you need to focus on. And I feel like with the wheel there, it's like it's time for that change, right? It's time to really take a deeper look at this. And again, very soon decide what it is that you want. And I feel like that's what you're going through right now, is really trying to decide what it is that you want in this relationship. But I love that the Ace of Swords here is at the end of this current energy, and it's going into this future energy, which is figuring out solutions to overcome a situation, which definitely the situation is the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, that there's all this energy, this situation that you have to move past. I feel like maybe on some days you're like, yeah, everything's good, everything's great, and we're in a good place. And then I feel like it goes back to this. And it's almost like, I know that for me, I'm just saying as an example, that if I have something, right, that I don't want to do, that I don't want to face, right, that I will procrastinate, that I will almost throw other things in my way to stop myself from getting through a situation. I get derailed, right? It's like I lose my focus, and it's just like I'm all over the place, and I start to become scattered, and I have anxiety, and I'm worrying about things, and it's like I try and throw a monkey wrench in there whenever I can to mess things up, to almost make the situation harder on myself, which I'm realizing that that's what I'm doing. And I have to catch myself. And it was, for an example, this morning, I have to go to work today, and I'm working as a cashier, and it served its purpose, that job served its purpose, but I'm still there, and I don't want to go. And I'm stressing about it before I even have to go, and I just feel anxious, and I'm sick to my stomach, and I don't want to go. And it's like I had these videos that I have to get done this morning before I go to work, And I'm finding all these other things to not get my videos done because I guess maybe in my mind I'm thinking, well, if I don't think about it, then it won't happen. And last night, it's like the night before I have to go to work, it's like I don't want to go to bed. It's like, well, if I don't go to bed and I don't go to sleep, then tomorrow won't come and I won't have to do it. And it's like, I need to catch myself. And this morning I'm like, stop it. I'm like, just focus. I'm like, you have these videos that you need to do. I love doing my videos. And it's like, you have this that you need to do. So focus on that, rein it back in, focus on this, get this done, and then get ready for work. And I feel like it's just catching yourself when you're trying to derail yourself, or you're trying to self-sabotage yourself. And it's like, no, like, stop it. Like, today will be fine. I love the people that I work with. Obviously working with the public, you never know what you're going to get. Some days everyone's really nice. Some days people are yelling at you and saying horrible things to you for no reason at all. But that's what you get when you deal with the public. And it's like, you will get through it. You've been doing this for over 4 years. You can keep doing it, and just, I don't know why I worry about things. I don't know why I stress about things, but I have to rein myself back in. And I feel like that's what this reading is too, is rein yourself back in, right? If you're finding that your mind is wandering, or you're almost sabotaging things, if there's something that you need to deal with in this relationship and you have to talk about, or there's feelings that you need to work through, like, face it, deal with it, right? Have this Ace of Swords and figure out that solution. Okay, what's really bothering me? How can I, rein myself back in? How can I get past this situation? And when you do this, we have this beautiful future energy, which is this Two of Wands, is these doors are opening, and it's this Two of Cups, this relationship, it's connecting, right? I love that with the holding hands. Like, it's that connecting, it's coming together. Not only for yourself, because you're able to see, okay, I'm putting myself in this Nine of Swords and I don't need to. But also that you're working on your relationship, right? That you're taking control of the situation, which is the Magician, right? He has his hands out and he has the owl on his shoulder, and it's like learning on what are those things that I can change within myself to build this as a stronger relationship. And we have the Hierophant, which is, that the stability, the faith, the belief, that stable long-term relationship that really has a solid foundation where, yes, sometimes the building's going to rock and go back and forth, but the foundation's really strong of the relationship. And I feel like working through this really is going to help the foundation of this relationship for it to be a lot stronger. And I almost feel like it pushes it in a direction that you weren't even realizing that it could go in, right? Change, wheel, that's our overall energy, which is, the change, that this relationship is evolving and changing. This is definitely something that's going to take time, but I feel like if you just take a look at it and you realize that there's something going on, and you're realizing maybe those actions that you're doing, right, or those feelings that you're feeling, that if you recognize that, then you can start working on it, right? But if you keep sweeping things under the rug and you're like, oh, I'm not going to deal with it, I'm not going to deal with it, I'm not going to deal with it, and it just becomes a bigger and bigger problem, then it's never going to be resolved. And I feel like you're never going to get to this energy here, right? This new beginnings, these new actions, right? This new way to look at things. And I feel like you're not going to be able to get here if you're staying stuck back here. All right. We have the Six of Pentacles, sharing, communicating, talking, feeling like, working through things. I almost feel like with that Two of Pentacles, it's like working through things, making those decisions. Again, we're going back to the very soon, is deciding what it is that you want. Do I want to work on this relationship? Do I want to work on myself? What are the benefits if I work on it? What happens if I don't work on it? What are the negatives? What are the positives? Looking at both sides of the situation, and what is it that you feel inside that it is that you want to do? Really looking at all those different areas before you make a decision on something. Again, we have the Ace of Swords, thinking of those solutions, finding that way. Aces are new beginnings, new starts, right? Clearing the energy and moving forward. Again, we have the Queen of Swords, and she is somebody who has been through a lot, and she definitely thinks of those solutions. You know, looking at things. How are you thinking? How are you analyzing things, right? How are you coming to solutions of things? Are you thinking about things? Are you making assumptions about your partner that maybe aren't even true because your mind is just kind of wandering and going off in all different directions, and it's like reeling that back in. Love it. Two of Cups again. We have the Two of Cups coming face to face, right? I feel like that is twofold, in that looking at yourself in the mirror and really saying, looking at yourself and saying, how am I handling this situation? What do I truly want? Like looking at yourself in the eyes in the mirror and saying, what do I really want from this situation, right? What do I really want to have happen with this situation? What do I really feel inside? But then also face to face with that person and having that communication, right? Having that communication, talking things through, being able to feel safe enough that you can trust that person to say how you really feel. Five of Swords. I like this one in this deck because it's like he has his foot on the rock and he has his sword up in the air and he's like, I'm going to overcome this situation. Also, not letting what other people have to say affect you, right? Now, sometimes people like to get in your business. Some people like to say put their 2 cents in, but I feel like this is between the two of you, right? This is between the two of you, and this is where it needs to be, and this is where it needs to stay, and this is what has to be worked out, is between the two of you. I was just looking at the soulmate card, and I feel like, you know, if you feel that this is your soulmate and you feel that this is the person that you want to be with, it's like fighting for that relationship, right? Not letting that go if you feel that that's what it is. We have the Three of Swords, and yeah, that there is definitely some hurt, some, you know, let down, and that's going to happen in the future, right? Because no relationship is perfect and you're going to have those ups and downs. But I feel like in this future energy here that you're able to handle the situation better, that you're okay. Yep, this bothered me, this hurt me, you let me down. You have that conversation, you work through the situation, and it's not going back to this past energy where this became a big deal, where this became a 10 of Wands and a 6 of Wands and a 9 of Wands and a 4 of Pentacles, that it doesn't turn into that. Where that starts to build up. I feel like the Three of Swords is different this time in the future because you've learned how to work through it in the past here, so you handle things differently in the future. 6 of Swords again. So we had that at the beginning and we have this towards the end. We had that in the past, we have this in the future, and it's moving forward to calmer waters, right? Working through things. And that's what I was saying with this Three of Swords, is that you learn how to work through those Three of Swords moments better and easier, and looking towards the future, that this is something that you want to do, that you want to work as a partnership, because Three of Swords, Three of Wands is also working together as a partnership on a relationship, and that this is something that you want to do, right? And you're looking forward to the future as to opening new doors and possibilities within this relationship, and the rewards are great, right? We love that, the 9 of Pentacles. The rewards are great because I feel like the both of you are learning and growing so much within this relationship. And again, for overall energy, we have the Wheel, and there's a lot of change in this relationship, but again, it's like taking that deep look inside and figuring out those solutions and seeing what energy are you putting out, right? How do you really feel? And answering those questions and getting in touch with those inner feelings. Star, I love it. Hope, direction, guidance, fulfillment within this relationship. And definitely, you know, there's some ups and downs and going through this right now, but it's like, what is it that you truly want very soon? Clearly decide what it is that you want. All right, let's close out with an animal oracle. All right, we had that one flip right over, and that's wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings. Yes, sometimes life stings. Sometimes it does, but I feel that those times when life stings is when you learn the most from it. And I feel like that goes with this Six of Swords, this Ten of Swords, this Nine of Swords, this Four of Pentacles, that life is stinging right now, that life is having its challenges right now. But how do you handle it, and how do you move on from here? Do you let it keep stinging? Do you let it keep bothering you? Or do you find those solutions to work through it? It's how you handle those challenges that come into your life. I feel like that really sets the tone for this relationship. Again, for this future energy, I feel like it happens, but it's handled a lot better in the future. But right now, you're trying to work through that. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.